You look at them and think, harmless, peaceful, maybe even a little slow. After all, they eat plants. How dangerous could they be? But what if I told you that some of the deadliest animals in the wild don't have sharp fangs or a thirst for blood? That some of the most feared creatures by local populations are not carnivores, but herbivores, plant eaters with strength, unpredictability, and sheer force capable of ending lives in seconds. Today, we're going to break a myth. This isn't a story about lions, wolves, or crocodiles. This is about the silent killers of the animal kingdom, the ones we often underestimate because they don't fit the image of a predator. But make no mistake, encountering one of these animals at the wrong time could be your last mistake. Before we dive into this wild ride through the unexpected danger of the plant eaters, I want to ask you something. If you enjoy content that uncovers hidden truths of nature, if you like to learn, be surprised, and maybe even shocked, then take a second to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Your support helps us grow and bring you more content like this. And don't forget to leave a comment at the end. Which one of these deadly herbivores shocked you the most? Now, let's get started. Let's begin with one of the most notorious and misunderstood creatures on Earth, the hippopotamus. Weighing up to 3,000 kilograms, with jaws powerful enough to crush a watermelon, and a human skull, the hippo is considered by many experts to be the most dangerous animal in Africa. Yes, more dangerous than lions or hyenas. In fact, hippos are estimated to kill around 500 people every year in Africa alone. Why? Because despite their lazy look, they are highly territorial and incredibly fast. In water, they glide like torpedoes. On land, they can charge at over 30 kilometers per hour, faster than most people can run. And when a human or boat gets too close to their territory, the reaction is immediate and often fatal. Locals fear them more than crocodiles. Next on our list is the African buffalo, also known as the Cape buffalo. This is not your friendly farm animal. This massive beast is considered one of the big five game animals, not because of its meat or its horns, but because of how dangerous it is to hunters. Cape buffaloes are notoriously unpredictable. They've been known to ambush hunters who've wounded them, circling back silently and attacking from behind. With a thick skull, curved horns, and incredible strength, this herbivore can easily toss a grown man into the air or trample him to death. Every year, dozens of people are killed by these animals across sub-Saharan Africa. Now let's take a trip to the icy forests of North America and meet a giant that looks majestic, but is one of the most territorial and dangerous animals in the Northern Hemisphere, the moose. Moose are usually solitary and calm, but when they feel threatened or worse, when protecting their young, they become highly aggressive. Standing over 2 meters tall at the shoulder and weighing nearly 700 kilograms, a charging moose is a force of nature. And they do charge, especially during mating season or when people get too close. Moose attacks are a serious issue in places like Alaska and Canada. In fact, they're responsible for more attacks on humans in those areas than bears. And no, you can't outrun one. Still think herbivores are harmless? Let's turn now to elephants, the world's largest land animals. Elephants are smart, emotional. They form deep social bonds, they mourn their dead, and they're considered one of the most intelligent species on the planet. But they are also incredibly powerful, and under the wrong circumstances, extremely dangerous. Especially bull elephants during must, a period when testosterone levels rise dramatically, making them more aggressive and erratic. Or mothers protecting their calves. An angry elephant can flip a car, destroy a house, or crush a human being like a twig. In India alone, over 400 people a year die due to elephant encounters. Sometimes it's accidental, like an elephant walking through a village. Other times, it's a full-on charge after feeling provoked. What makes elephants so dangerous is not just their size and strength, it's their intelligence and memory. There have even been reports of elephants returning to villages where they were mistreated, years later, and causing destruction. A peaceful plant eater with a mind, and sometimes, a score to settle. Still not convinced? Let's head to Australia and talk about one of the most bizarre and terrifying creatures you've probably never heard of, the cassowary. Yes, a bird. The cassowary is a large flightless bird that lives in the tropical forests of New Guinea and northeastern Australia. It looks like a colorful, prehistoric emu. But don't let the bright feathers fool you. This bird is often called the most dangerous bird in the world. Why? Because it's equipped with powerful legs and dagger-like claws that can grow up to 12 centimeters long. When threatened, cassowaries can deliver a kick that has been fatal to humans. Their legs are strong enough to disembowel their target. Cassowary attacks aren't super common, but when they happen, they're brutal. These birds are known to be extremely territorial, and they don't hesitate to attack when they feel cornered. Now that we've gone around the world meeting some of the most terrifying herbivores, let's reflect for a moment. Why are these plant eaters so dangerous? It's not because they're evil or malicious. It's because danger in the animal kingdom isn't just about fangs and claws. It's about territory, fear, defense, and raw power. Many of these animals evolved to protect themselves from predators, or to defend their young at all costs. They don't hunt humans. They're not looking for a fight. But get in their way, or worse, surprise them, and they'll react with a kind of force that reminds us just how wild the natural world really is. So the next time you see an animal grazing peacefully in a documentary or wandering through a safari tour, remember this: just because it eats plants doesn't mean it's safe. In fact, sometimes, the most peaceful-looking creatures are the ones you should fear the most. Thanks for staying with us all the way through this wild journey. If you learned something new today, or if one of these animals surprised you, let us know in the comments. Which herbivore did you think was the scariest? And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel, give this video a like, and share it with a friend who thinks cows are the most dangerous thing in a field. We've got much more to explore, and your support makes all the difference. Until next time, stay curious, and stay safe out there.